See these leaves? Lots and lots and lots of them. They all seem to be the same, but in fact each leaf is different, uniquely different. Americans are usually judged as a whole by many people living outside of the United States, even though there is no such thing as an average American. Each person is uniquely different. Americans as a whole are very good people, but also very different. That American lady who was born in another country works diligently and very hard to make money. She's not doing so for her benefit, but instead to have enough money to send back to her country of origin to help her less fortunate relatives. She is no less patriotic than her native-born American. It is just that she lives her conviction. She believes that what she does are not based on rhetoric and false information, but on reality. She does not allow fear and hate to dictate her actions, but instead on love for education and her love for her relatives and an obligation to do for the less fortunate. In a previous video, I asked the question, how come in a country that throws away 40% of its food, there are still 49 million people going hungry? Americans as a whole are very good people, but also very different. We have so much food here that we're influenced by the cosmetics of the food and less about the real purpose of the food. So much so that some of us will forego eating real food because it does not look good. And we will purchase and eat so-called food made from garbage, the stuff they get out of the grease pan of fast food restaurants, because cosmetically, once processed, it looks good. Marketing has convinced many that reprocessed garbage is good for you. Blemished fruit discarded, blemished vegetables wasted, blemished staples thrown out, and perfectly good food bleached and stripped of its nutrient just because it looks better. Americans as a whole are very good people, but also very different. We are generous to a fault, and because we're easily made to feel guilty and we're easily manipulated, we unwittingly support causes that are not only misleading and false, but are downright evil. For many, the catchphrases of God and country simply means to give and give, regardless of the purpose. Cancer is a terrible thing, so there are literally thousands so-called good charities for cancer. And this weekend in your neighborhood, there will be a cause, a charity in the name of cancer, and we will give and give and give because we're expected to do just that. When was the last time you gave to polio? See what I mean? The interest, it would seem, is not to find a cure, but to continue the franchise of cancer causes. There will be no protest or cause in your neighborhood to stop the real reason for many types of cancer. That is, the reckless environmental misdeeds, because to do so, that would not be politically correct. Except for the occasional seeming fools disturbing the peace about such things as pollution, giving to cancer seem easier and far more acceptable. My comments are not about not helping to find a cure. Trust me. The Howard Hughes Foundation and the United States government are giving millions to that cause and are working diligently to solve the problems associated with cancer. It is not and never has been a question of money, but it is all about applied education. In all of my 65 years, I've only met 3 or 4 truly bad people. One is a neighbor who enjoys harassing me and my family. His latest escapade of blowing leaves and trash on my lawn was witnessed by me and my neighbor. But because I know him and what motivates people like him, it'd be a waste of my time and a waste of my energy to even consider him. He's a persona non grata. He no longer flies his symbol of hate, but now flies the American flag for all to see. Yep, I believe that deep down inside he's a good person who, if given the chance, would do a lot of good for many, if only he knew how and what to do. You see, Americans as a whole are very good people, but also very different.